Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video and thank you so much for coming back. So in today's video is all about shopping once again, and this month I did shopping according to my meal plan. I went ahead and made a meal plan and I bought everything according to the meal plan. I did not want to buy anything out of the budget, so this is how my meal plan goes. And also things that just are always needed in the house, things like this tissue that I bought for 395 shillings. This time round I took Sifa because the other brands prices had gone up. I also bought this to 10 that I always buy. I bought it for 184 shillings. Nowadays unga ya chapati is cheaper than maize flour. That is, yani, we have just reached at that point. The other thing I bought is this Indomie. In my meal plan there is Indomie for my daughter that she will be eating after she comes from school. That one was going for 140 shillings, the same as last month. The other things I bought is this Rhino for 45 shillings. Colgate was going for 269 shillings. They have really gone up in prices. And the Vaseline, I bought it for 140. I also bought Magni Carpet Cleaner Shampoo because I want to wash my seats, and this product is the best for washing seats, so I want to try it out without a vacuum cleaner. I bought the Brookside Baby Fresh for my daughter. These ones she usually takes them when we are in church, so I bought 6 of them, and one each was going for 66 shillings, so 66 times 6, 396, compared to the 6-pack that is sold whole in the supermarket, which goes for 404 shillings. And because we have 4 Sundays in a month, she will be using 2 boxes per Sunday or per week. Yes, so after the next time I'll go for shopping, I will add more to this. And I also bought different flavors. It is advantage to buy these 1 pieces each, because when they come in a pack they don't come in different flavors. The other thing I bought is this Prestige margarine that I always use for mandazis, and this one was still the same price as last month, 430 shillings, and this one usually takes me more than a month. And for this month I was trying out a new recipe, and I went ahead and bought butter because the recipe needed butter. And hey, I didn't know butter is this expensive. For 250 grams went for 527, and this was the cheapest butter that I could buy. We also bought some juice, quencher juice, cocoa pine flavor, and it was going for 430 shillings. This was the same as last month. Yogurt was also the same price. I went for Kinangop brand because it was the cheapest, and this one is strawberry flavor for 157 shillings. KCC Lala, Maziwa Lala, it was 160 shillings, same as last month. We also decided to buy this, to try out this juice. It's called Just Juicy Tropical, which was very sweet, and it was going for 161. It really helped a lot with our snacks for church. And my go-to serviette, I usually buy Nice and Soft, and it was 106 shillings. Bar soap, I went for Zenta because it was the cheapest. It was 164 shillings. Nowadays bar soap are really expensive. They have reached prices like 230 shillings for 1 kg bar soap. And I always buy this Imperial Leather soap. I love this type, this cream, the cream one. It always reminds me of home. It always reminds me of the peace at home, that you're under a care of someone, no stress, nothing. And it was going for 349 shillings. They have gone up in prices. They used to be 200 and something shillings. I also bought some yeast that I wanted, the recipe I wanted to do this month, and this one was going for 94 shillings. I've never used yeast. This was my first time because of that recipe. I also bought some hand wash. This one is the Blue King hand wash, and it was going for 192 shillings. I think I'll now start making my own hand wash, even though this one was not that expensive, but I just want to start making these liquid soaps at home. I also bought these sanitary pads that a sales lady approached me to promote her, and I decided to promote her. One was going for 63 and the one was going for 79 shillings. My go-to Nuru dishwashing paste, I decided to add, even though this one is halfway. As you can see, it will take me the whole month. It has already taken me the whole month, and it will also take me the other month. Yes, I really love this one, and this one again was still the same price as last month. I bought my drinking chocolate for 150 shillings. It was on offer, and they were going for 156, and it was on offer. I went and bought it for 150. And again, I restocked my tea bags. This is the one that we always use, so I decided to restock them, and it was going for 145 shillings, the same price as last month's price. My go-to mandazi flour, the X mandazi flour, this one is the one that I always use for my mandazi, and this one was going for 214 shillings. I also bought whitewash soap. This one are the ones that I always use for my sufuria. They really shine my sufuria, although not like ushindi soap. I decided to buy this whitewash because it was more cheaper than ushindi. The few things that I did not show in this video is just zesta jam for my daughter. It was going for 233, the mixed fruit one. I also did not show some dengu that I bought for 214. Dengu is really expensive in the supermarket, while in the market is going for 100 and something. But I rather buy it from the supermarket because it will save me a lot of time from kuchagua. Yes, so this time round I did not buy a lot of things because I was limiting myself according to my meal plan, and these things that you're seeing here are not so much into the meal plan. Mostly the groceries are the ones that come into the meal plan. So let's go ahead and put them in their rightful place. I'll just go ahead and put them under the cupboard that are under the sink. This is where I put my toiletries. The down part I put my toiletries, my soaps and everything. Then the upper part I put my unga, my sugar and cereals that have not yet been used. Something else that I forgot to mention that we usually buy for our daughter is those wow, the ring ones, and they're usually 50 something shillings. Some cribs, these ones are normally eaten just after shopping, so I usually don't count them that much, but it is good I count them because it is in the budget. So the other things that need to go to the fridge, I'll go ahead and put them in the fridge, and the other things that also go to the upper part of the cupboard, like the blue band, the zesta and every other thing, I'll also go and put them there. So it was now time for the groceries, and these are just dania that I bought for 20 shillings. They were going for 3 pieces for 10 bob, so I bought 6 pieces for 20 shillings. These are pineapples that I bought from Marikiti. I was one day passing by Marikiti and I saw this, and they were going for 40 shillings each, and they were very, very sweet. I loved them. Yes, they were going for 40 shillings each. I also bought some omena. I bought some beans. I bought these bananas, a whole bunch. The other one was still in the rack. I bought it for 100 shillings, 4 pieces for 20. Pork prawns I also added because the one that was there couldn't fit. This one is just omena. I bought for 150 shillings. I also bought some lentils known as kamande in Kenya. and this one was very expensive. It was going for 240 shillings. This is the most expensive thing I think in the market, but I saw in the supermarket it was going for 400 and something shillings. This was 240 in the market and 480 something in the supermarket. So this one is a very big save. I wanted to try out some lentils with some chapo, and I did try out. It was very sweet. I think I'll be buying lentils. I also bought some red beans, nyayo beans. Nowadays I don't buy yellow beans because they lost their taste. This one is just some unga that I also bought in the market where I buy my cereals. That lady convinced me to buy this because it was 200 shillings. And by the way, I went ahead and bought it. And when I went to the supermarket, there was no unga going for 200 shillings. All of them were going for 220 and 30 shillings and above. And I only bought one pack because I was going to mix it with the one from the portion meal. As I said in my last video, that is what we always do here. This one is the one that I bought from the market for the portion meal, and this one is 2 gorogoro, 2 gorogoros. That makes 4 kg. Yes, because 1 gorogoro is 2 kg, so that makes it 4 kg, and all of it will be 6 kg. And this one usually takes it a whole month. As you can see, the one from last month is still here. This one will take us a whole month and above. Yes, and because I usually just eat ugali 4 times a week. I also bought some basmati rice. I bought 2 kg, and each kg was going for 120, so this was made it 240 shillings. I also bought porridge. I usually buy porridge. This is porridge, a mixture of omena, a mixture of maragwe, mawele. I usually cook this for my daughter. It is in my meal plan for Jioni, chakula, the chaya Jioni. When she comes out from school, sometimes I give her porridge, which is very healthy for her. It is a mixture of a lot of things. I can't even remember the things. This is the pork buns that I added. I bought 1 kg, and pork buns have really gone high. It was 200 and something shillings. So I bought 2 kg of nyayo beans. 1 kg is for my maize and for my githeri, and the other kg is for my rice. Each was going for 180 something per kg. I bought this cabbage for 40 shillings, and I liked it. It was because it was fully packed. I also bought some French beans. I bought French beans for only 50 shillings because I wanted to cook it the first week, because my meal plan is that on Wednesdays I'll be eating rice and beans. I'll also substitute rice and French beans. So the first week, after this shopping, the first week I'll be cooking French beans. Then the next week I will cook rice and beans. I cook French beans the first week because they will spoil faster than the beans. I also bought capsicum 3 for 20. I also bought ginger for 20 shillings. I also bought some pili pili for 10 bob. I was really given a lot of pili pili. Here I'm just trying to pack to store my French beans in a bowl, then I'll put them in my fridge for next week Wednesday. So here are all the paper that I bought, the pili pili that I bought, and all this was going for 10 shillings. Here is my French beans for 50 shillings. Avocado, because they are in season, these ones I bought for 10 shillings, and I was really glad with them. They were really sweet inside, and they were not rotten as sometimes you get them. And I also bought garlic for 15 shillings each. I bought 3 for 45. I also bought tomatoes for 4 pieces for 20 shillings, so that means 1 piece was 5 shilling. And I bought for 150 as I usually buy, and they usually take me 2.5 weeks or even 3 weeks. Yes, and this time round onions were very expensive. I bought 1 piece for 10 bob. They were really expensive, and I don't know why. They have just gotten lost from the market. So this time round I only bought onions for 100 bob, each for 10 shillings. So these are the onions that I bought for each piece 10 bob. These are the same size that I normally buy for 4 pieces for 20 shillings, meaning each piece is usually 5 shillings. So as you can see, onions have really disappeared in the market. I don't know why. If it is, I don't know if it is not their seasons or not, or what. So I also went ahead and prepared some water, some vinegar and baking soda so that I can wash the vegetables. So I also bought this maize, 4 pieces for 100 bob. Yes, maize, at least they are coming down, because it used to be 3 pieces for 100, and I even stopped eating githeri. And this time round I asked and they were 4 pieces for 100. Then I added 1 piece for 25 shillings. Carrots are still expensive. 3 pieces are 20 shillings. Yes, so more avocados here that were going for 10 bob, and these avocados were really good. My go-to shape of butternuts, I bought it for 50 shillings. That was a very fair price. And then I went ahead and prepared water, some white vinegar and baking soda so that I can wash these vegetables. These lemons, I bought it for 3 pieces for 20 shillings. As you have noticed, the sun is rising. I was doing this video very early in the morning, around 5 a.m. because the previous day we had come from the shopping and I was really tired. I couldn't do it. Yeah, so that's why I decided to rise up early in the morning and do it. I went ahead and put everything in its place. Here I was just putting the rice in this bucket that I usually put rice, and also everything that needed to be put away, I put it away. After adding baking soda and vinegar to the water, I do go ahead and put all the vegetables that needed to be washed and let them soak for a few minutes. Then I will wash them thoroughly, then I'll put them away. So after they drain water, I will go and put it in the fridge where the fresh vegetables are supposed to be put. And as you can see, these are my tomatoes from last time I bought them. They're still here. Then I will just add the new ones to the fresh place where the fresh vegetables are put. The old ones, I'll leave them on top there. Those ones are the ones that I will start cooking with anytime I want to use tomatoes. This is how I store my capsicum and dania. I just wrap them with a cling film very well so that they will not wilt. then I put them inside there where the fresh vegetables are supposed to be. My carrots, I just put them in a container, then I cover it with an airtight container. My carrots will remain fresh throughout the week until when it's time to restock new carrots. For my French beans, I also store it the same. I just put it inside a container, but a container that has a little bit of space. This one is just a container that had broken, so I just cover it well, then I put it inside the fridge. That space will allow some air to come in, because when you put it in an airtight container, I realized when you put it in an airtight container, they will kind of turn in color, ama they will just wilt. So the other tomatoes, I just went ahead and added them at the other side of the tomatoes where I had put the new tomatoes, and I made sure that I will start with those ones whenever I want to use tomatoes. For lemon, I also wrap them with a cling film, and for pili pili, I will just put them like that because they usually last longer even when you just leave them like that in the fridge. So this is how I store my fruits and groceries. At the top, I usually put my pineapples, bananas, oranges, avocados. The second part, I put onions, garlic. The third part, I usually put my unripe bananas, the green bananas, omena and butternut. The last part, I usually put potatoes and the maize because they are usually the dirtiest. On the bucket, I put my rice and my flour, my maize flour, and on top I just put the cabbage because I don't have any storage to put the cabbage. And these plates, I bought them a dozen for 800 shillings initially. It was such a very fair price. I was buying some bags, and this person was also selling these plates, melanin plates and cups, and he sold them to me for 800 shillings for 12 pieces. Then the last thing that I usually wash is this ginger because it is very muddy and it dirtifies the water very bad. So that's the last thing I wash. Then after that, I drain out the water and clear the sink. Then this is how I mix my uji flour because it contains a lot of different things. That is omena, maragwe, mawele. There is so many things in this uji. There's also groundnuts. There's also, I can't remember everything, but it is a lot, even as you can tell, with different colors. I just use a wide bucket or basin, then I mix it with my hands nicely until it is nicely mixed. Then I'll transfer it to the container. Then the next one so as you can see, we'll continue adding until it gets finished, and we'll continue mixing it well and nicely and carefully. And I am very grateful for you watching up to this point. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for subscribing. For all the people who have subscribed, thank you so much. If you're watching and you have not subscribed, kindly do consider subscribing because we do a lot of content, homemaking content, and they are going to help you one way or another. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate everyone who have come on board. Thank you for liking this video. Remember to continue liking it. So as you can see, I'm slowly transferring it into the container, and this 6 kg flour fitted in this container. I was really glad, and I did not expect it to fit. as I continue to do like this, to shake it and make it get packed inside, that is how it continued fitting. Yes, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video.